My oldest sister, she's done foster care and adopted through CSI. So that's pretty much how I got started with it. It was just Eddie and I wanted a bigger family. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, so I'm the youngest of 5. Thinking I was just gonna do one boy about my son's age was my thought process. I thought I could help some families, kind of just jumped into it. So I started classes. My instructors were awesome. If I needed any help, if I didn't have anywhere to take Eddie, you could bring him and they would help me out with it. They made everything seem so casual, and it wasn't like I was being pressured into doing anything or it was anything crazy. I graduated the class, everything went through, and all of a sudden it was like a phone call. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I want him. I'll take anybody. I had a little boy first, and then he went with his dad, I believe. They told me about these 3, and they wanted to keep them together. I was like, definitely. I just knew. I got the call right after work. I think it was around 5 o'clock, and they were at my door, I believe, around 9. I was getting rooms together. I was like, what do they sleep in? Like, do we need a crib? Do we need this? So stuff was everywhere. I just remember having 2 beds and a toddler bed in one room, and then another room that had a bunk bed in it. And I was just like, just ready for it. It was their very first time being with anybody. They all 3 slept, I think, all 3 of them on the toddler bed, I think is what happened. When I started doing foster care, it was my goal was to bring families back together, which I did that. But these kids were they came into my life, and I couldn't imagine my life without them, and it was amazing. They were with me for 6 months, and then they were placed with their grandma, and it broke me. It was very hard. We were like, oh, I don't know if we can do this anymore. When I say we, I mean Eddie and I, because we always did this together. Then 6 months went by again, and the grandma called and was like, I just need help. And so she was wanting them to come back with me. Then they were back, and they've been with me ever since. And then I adopted them in May 8th of 2018.
Describe your family to somebody who's never met.
I go first. Funny, loving, thoughtful, kind, and crazy.
What she said.
We're always just hanging out, play basketball, and play video games.
Wrestle.
Watch
Yeah,
WWE.
Playing tag.
Yeah.
And sometimes we fight, and then like after 5 minutes, we'll get like bored of ignoring each other, and we'll play again.
Obviously, they look different, but you would never think that they weren't just always together. It was just like it always had been. I'm just proud of how they connect and how they've managed to just really become a family. It's just like we were all meant to be together.
2 years ago, we were dating, and I knew she had younger children. Mine are all grown, and my kids were a blended family as well. Having the experience of blended kids and making a household work. It was a little while before I met all the kids, but once I did, we all got along pretty well, and it progressed, and we're engaged, and we bought this house, and we're just all one big family now. The girls are pretty much inseparable. There's not a day where Anthony's not in Eddie's room and they're playing video games or doing something. Obviously you have your ups and you have your downs, and then for the most part it's that road right down the middle where everybody's enjoying it and having fun and loving each other, and it's been great. I think we make a pretty good family, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes years down the road.
CSI has given me my family. Nothing would be the same without CSI. They helped me through every process of it. There are so many kids that just need somebody to take care of them and love them and be there for them. CSI, that's the place you can turn. You can count on them to do right by these kids. I don't know where these kids would be if it wasn't for CSI.
Keep donating.
Yeah, thank you. That helps.
Thank you for donating. It helps people that were like us that didn't have a place to go.
Actually, without them, I actually wouldn't be here. We actually wouldn't be here. So, thank
Thank you.